Hi all, back with more Carrier Battle Philippine Sea. This is scenario 6. This is my part 11. Just about to start phase 4 of the 8-10 turn, so the third turn. Just about to start phase 4. I left it there last night. I ran out of time. Still enjoying it, itching to get back to it this morning, but not really had the time up until then. In the afternoon now, I've just been too busy with some other things. That's it. Probably going to dry up a little, but a couple of things to talk about. One regarding a question I posted, and one regarding an answer I gave. I gave to a question from Eric. The question was, when a submarine makes contact with a level 0 force and draws a false contact chit, is the level 0 force removed from the board? And this happened to us. Now, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been this one. It might have been this one. The submarine that made the contact. But I thought I'd have a go at answering this question. Not that I don't generally like to do that, because there's a couple of times I've answered the question wrongly, and it looks like I have here. However, I have made it in what I thought of it. I did finish it off by saying I'm only just learning the game here, though, so maybe better waiting for confirmation from someone that knows how things work. Well, because we had this recently, that's why it was fresh in my mind. So if the contact succeeds, this is when you're doing you're rolling for a Japanese sub to try and contact, and it can do that if it's in the same hex, can't it? Submarines. Yeah, if it's not pinned. Sorry. Once we activate it, if it's not pinned, it may move if desired, and then following any move, I may attempt to contact the Japanese force, and then if the contact succeeds, we can then carry on to either shadowing it or attacking it. Right, and if it is pinned, then other things happen. So in that case, we've done the die roll, and we got a success, as I'm assuming Eric has as well here. So if the contact succeeds, proceed as follows. If the Japanese force was level 0, it is promoted to level 1. Draw a level 1 chit. This may reveal that the force is a false contact. If so, skip the rest of this procedure. Right, now Eric's question again, when a submarine makes contact with a level 0 force and draws a false contact chit, is the level 0 force removed from the board? Well, what's your take on that, the way that's read? I replied, I had this recently, and I skipped the rest of the procedure to mean nothing happens, so I didn't remove the force, and I just put the false contact back in the cup. However, I did say, only just learning the game. Right, but we get an answer from the designer. John Southard answers, thanks for the question. You do remove them. The statement in 14.14 was trying to say that a sub can't shadow or attack a force that has turned out to be a false contact. So yeah, that could do with being cleared up then, because that leaves you thinking, you skip the rest of that. Okay, it doesn't tell you to remove the force, it doesn't tell you but it doesn't tell you not to remove the force, it doesn't tell you what to do, it just says that you skip the rest of that. But what his intention was that you needed to skip the rest of that so you couldn't shadow or attack the submarine, the force. However, it's not really clearing up what happens to the chits. So in that case, that force should have been removed. It would have just went back in the pool, as I'm sure they all seem to go. And I'm starting to realise that the reason I got that answer regarding you might not see the force again is because of the threshold, isn't it? It's because of the commitment status, that you're not going to keep, these forces are going to keep coming only until you reach certain limits. However, so it would have went in the pool, but I think obviously with that, because we were removing the force, my guess is the false contact chit would have also been removed from the game. Well, I didn't do that there, and well, that's it been answered. I would say that I feel that there's needing something in here. maybe clearing that up means skip the rest of the procedure. Doesn't tell you one way or another what to do with the force or the false contact chip for that matter. Now, as it was, I think one of these, and well, this one's became a bow tie now. That's our sub. Well, so is that one, isn't it? Yeah, I noticed going back in some of the video footage. This one here, I talk about turning that into a bow tie, and then it's when I'm turning this one, realising that this one should be. And I talk about this one too, because it's a level 2. And I fixed this one, and then I totally blanked this one. So I'm putting a wee comment in regarding that. At least I think I blanked it there. And it wasn't until later on I realised that should be a bow tie as well as that. And yeah. That's good. I mean, okay, these things probably going to catch you out in their first game, I suppose, and no harm done there. But I can't really do anything. I can't go back and remove that force, I don't think. Well, because if it was one of these, they're not a force anymore, they're a bow tie. So I'm just going to leave that one. I don't see it being that huge an issue, and to be honest, I don't feel that bad about it, because my reading of that does not make that clear that we should have removed that force. However, the designer he does say, I apologise for any confusion as well, so fair enough. And you know, this is I'm sure this will get reprinted, and yeah, I think they're talking about it just now. I think it is getting redone, and hopefully the rat that's out there will get. In fact, you know, these things happen. You know, these things need to be cleared up, even with playtesting. There's things that are going to get through, isn't there? Right, and then my confusing about the question that I actually went and asked, and I haven't replied to these. I will get back to making some reply. Was the thread level 1 carrier? We'll get at the rulebook where we need to be though. Okay, and that was in, well, when we're trying to generate an air raid. This is rule 10, probably one of the biggest set of rules in this rule book that are just a little hard to get your head around, I think. So my question was, hi all, in 10.1 it states C. C. Is this in fact a carrier force? Now I'm talking about, I've got one here, yeah. I'm talking about this situation here. This is what I have, right? Now, what I also have is, this is Launcher Raid. It's got an air strength. I can't remember. I think it was the very first one. It's now turned into a level 2 force, isn't it? I think it was the very first one. Yeah, it was the one that should have been the bow tie, and it should have been bow tie 1 right from the start. So it's got an air strength. Its air strength was 8, if I remember back, right? Yeah. And we get caught up with this. So, yeah, and my question is, because it seems to me that there's something missing within the procedure here, because of how it works. So it says, if the Japanese force, where are we? If the Japanese force is already known to be a carrier force, Japanese force is already known to be a carrier force, right? Skip to step D. Right, well, this was like this, and it had an air strength. So, and I was a little sure, and I went back and forward a little bit, and I decided that this was a carrier force, and it had an air strength. Yeah, it's already known to be known to be a carrier force, and I think this is where my confusion's arising. See, if this hasn't released an air strength, I don't think it's then known to be a carrier force. I could be wrong with that, but I'm finding this hard to get round, this bit, for sure. And the designers answered my question, and I want to try and go through it here, because I'm not quite grasping what it is he's saying. I'm not getting it, I don't think. But maybe as I go through this just now, we might. Right, and sorry, this is going to be an introduction of probably 20 minutes of me try to go over these couple of things. So, I then follow on. I assume this applies if the force I'm considering is a level 1 carrier, like this, right? So that's what I'm assuming, that we should then skip to step D, right, which is over here. The problem with skipping to step D is that we don't go through this step in C, which is C3, which says if the force is a level 1 carrier force with a known air strength, promoted to level 2 using the 1 to 2 level. So by skipping to D, you're skipping by that. So you're not seeing that. And then as you go through D and E, once you get to the end of E, it says, it's not even the end of E. It's within E, level 1 to 2 forces, known air strength. And it says, and it's got this note, you cannot have a level 1 force with a known air strength launching a raid. It would have been promoted to level 2 in step C3. And that's where it takes you back to here. So you can see my confusion. I did think there was something wrong, but going by the designer's answer, it seems maybe not, but getting my head around it, I don't know. I'm struggling to. So I carry on as I progress through step D and move on to step E. However, I arrive at a note that tells me what I've just read. You know, you can't have a level 1 force with a known air strength. What am I getting wrong? I get a reply from Eugenio, sorry, Italian name, I think. The first time he launches an air raid, he remains level 1. But the second time he launches an air raid, then on the next turn, if he does, he switches to level 2. The note is intended to mean precisely that. Yeah, I concluded that, but the note's over here, and this is here, and this is wanting you to skip to here. Missing this to get to here, and then realising you've got to come back to here. That's what I was thinking. There's something wrong with the way the procedure's set up. So yeah, I replied, okay, thanks. Seems to me a bit misleading though, as skip to step D moves you past the note. You know, so actually, it doesn't. It moves you past the note's reference to back here. Yeah, so I've actually worded that a bit poorly. Carol comes back. Wow, I've played several times and I never saw that rule. Page 36, C3. And he's got page 36, but I think he's talking about this little note here that he's never noticed before, he says. Okay, so now we get down to what's the important bit, is the designer's response, because that's what you take, that's what you take as it should be. So, Grant, thanks for the question. So, the point being missed here is that level 1 carrier, in quotes, is not the same as level 1 force with a known air strength, in quotes. So, okay, I'm going to read it out first, because I don't know what to take from that first. Statement C means anything we know to be a carrier force, either a level 1 carrier or a level 2 force with carriers. A force can be a level 1 carrier but not yet have any known air strength. Yes, because I've had that situation. If it was revealed as a level 1 carrier purely through search. Yes. Yeah, we've done that. We've yes. Well, it can even happen through a raid, can it not? Because if this is drawn as a level 1 carrier to check for a raid and then does not launch a raid, then surely that's the same state. So it's not just through search. But I agree that I can search for something and find this. And that's fine as well. And then that does not have a known air strength. But if we draw this through the raid procedure, if we draw this chart from a level 0 force, and then it doesn't launch a raid, it's in the same position, is it not? It's a level 1 carrier without a known air strength because it's not actually launched the air raid. But I'm not getting his answer here. I'm not understanding what I'm getting wrong. The point being missed here is that level 1 carrier. So where does it say level 1 carrier? I don't get what he's saying here. I just didn't get it. I mean, that says if the Japanese force is already known to be a carrier force, does that know what that is? Well, he's saying level 1 carrier is not the same as level 1 force with a known air strength. No, I'm not grasping this at all. Somebody's going to have to help me out with that one. I think we done it right. I think we took this and it had a known air strength, and we upgraded this to level 2 through that procedure there. Now, if this didn't have a known air strength, we skip to D, and then we come down to this one, which is level 1 or 2 forces, unknown air strength, and we do the procedure through that. That's how I've done it. And I want to say that's right, but I'm not getting what the answer's meaning to me, really. And it sounds like because he is saying the point being missed here is that level 1 carrier is not the same as level 1 force with a known air strength. I don't know that I need more. I don't know how that helps me here. Level 1 carrier is not the same as level 1 force with a known air strength. See, that's level 1, 2 forces with a known air strength. These are level 1, 2 forces with an unknown air strength. I don't know. I'm not grasping that at all. Yeah. I'm gonna have to just assume that I've got this right. I'm gonna reply to John with, I'm not really following what he's meaning there. Is there any way you can make that a bit clearer, maybe? Because it's not just reading his answer is not just it's not like I see what we're meaning here. I understand, because I'm not understanding, I'm afraid. Okay, yeah, I just followed up on a wee additional sort of question to that, just to see if it can be simplified how he's answered that. I mean, maybe some of you are grasping that quite clearly. I just don't know what it's meaning. In reference to my question, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I should go back. Maybe, you know what? It could be an idea to go back to the very beginning of the book and read the description of some of these things. If the fact that he's saying that a carrier force is different from a level 1 carrier with known air strength, maybe I just need to understand that a lot more. I also want to go back and watch the videos that I'd watched previously. John's video on the game that was on, Mo's game table, wasn't it? I'd like to go back and look over that again. Although I think it was pretty simple stuff he was explaining there, so but there's no harm. I always find when you go back over these videos and look at them again, you see some things that are really helpful. Okay, don't have an awful lot more time just now, so see if I might be able to squeeze a part in, but if not, we'll just go and pause. We are just about to start phase 4, so the last phase of the third turn. And it's going to be move away raids. Yeah, and we have some of them, don't we? Yes, indeed. Right, well, I don't really need to look at it. I just need to move them 2 hexes, don't I? Although here I'm looking. Raid placement and movement. Yeah, air raid moves 2 hexes per Japanese air movement segment. Directly along the straight line. If there are 2 choices, pick randomly. Again, this is a bit that doesn't mention if there's aircraft, if there's air missions in the way, which, like I say, if there was an air mission here and not one here, you would think it would go here, wouldn't it? But it's saying we should pick randomly, I think. So that's straight line. Well, I would still say that's the hex that we want to be. So that's 1, 2. So whether that would be the one that we choose anyway. And then this guy's just going to come in behind, 1, 2. And then air raid 3A as well is coming in. He's coming from there, isn't he? That Butai 3, yeah. So 1, 2, Yeah, so he's going to get in next turn. So is he. He is not. Next turn, well, next phase, but that will be next turn. So, yeah, we're going to have to do something. We landed, yeah, we did. We landed mission 3, didn't we? So we've only got mission 4 and 5 here. We do have the cat mission still sitting, though, which I think we need to put that to use now. I mean, it's been sitting there with 3 aircraft, and, okay, it doesn't maybe get as much fuel, so that's ideal when it's close to the carrier, or carriers, huh? Okay, that's all the raids, yeah? The 3 of them. There's no Guam. No. Okay, so moving down, roll for mission movement, and then draw sequence chats. So I will roll the dice. We've got a 7. There's another dice with a, let's put it way up there, a 7 on it. And then draw chats. So we've only got 4 chats left. Hopefully there's 4 here. I know there was a wee glitch with the chat. Well, it's because that Force F had been removed, so anyway. Right, US move. I don't think so again. I don't really see the point in moving anything. Again, maybe when I'm better learned of the game, then I would see some sort of clever things to do here. Like maybe split a task group away, or maybe just even move the whole force. I mean, technically, I suppose we could move it here, which would then mean that this raid wouldn't reach next turn. So actually, yeah, but hold on, it leaves these air raids behind, doesn't it? Yeah, but you can always just move them in, Grant. You're gonna have to spend the fuel for them anyway, and then you would have to intercept mission 1 there in the hex. Ooh. See, maybe that is clever then. Because then that would allow me to land intercept mission 1 quicker, wouldn't it? Well, no, it wouldn't, Grant, because I'm going to get to move this and then land it in this phase. So yeah, but if I move the task force, then I would actually save a fuel point, wouldn't I? Because I'd be in that position where it was hovering above and in the hex ready to land. I'm not really sure. I remember I was struggling with that last night. That was the rule John pointed out to me, that it looked like it was suggesting you could land some of your aircraft and keep some of them up there, and that's why you weren't spending the extra fuel point. But I might have that wrong. I might have just been reading that wrong. No, I think I'm going to stay put, but you could see that is something that maybe might have been a wise move, but I'll learn. Right, so I'm not going to do that. We're just going to move that outside. Right, next chat is Butai 2. Oh, good. Right, so that's this guy down here. Right, so as soon as he activates, we are shadowing him. So we have to do that. No. Is it when he moves? I think it actually says as soon as he activates. When the shadowed Japanese force is activated, resolve an ASW attempt against the sub. If it becomes pinned, it loses contact and ceases to shadow the force. Otherwise, it'll move with the force. Right, well, I suppose that's the way it says it there, but so I suppose that's how you should do it. Right, I'm looking for that ASW. There it is there. So let's do that first then, because this force is becoming activated. So it's getting a -2 because we are shadowing that. So it is a -2 to this. So I think we want a low roll here, don't we? 2, that should do it. So -2, that's 0. So 1 to 4 is no effect. So I guess you would probably think that should say 0 to 4. Doesn't matter, Grant. It's under 1. It's no effect. So we're good. Yeah. Okay, so we can carry on moving with that force. Right, but what happens before it moves? We're going to check for an air raid. Butai 2. Right, so he's a level 2, and he doesn't have an air strength. So it's not got 2 raids up in the air. Is it a level? Is it a carrier force? Yes. So yes. Now we need to roll for the attempt and the range thing, isn't it? What is it? No, it's that one that's got on the top. I think it's on the back of that. No, it's not. Too many charts. Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. So we need what is his range actually? It's quite close, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's 7 hexes away. We're on the 8 turn still. -1 for that. Nothing for that. So just a -1. Yeah. Just a -1. 6 -1's 5. I think that's what he needs, isn't it? 5 is a yes. 5 or more attack. So he is going to launch a raid. So the answers to A and B are yes, obviously. So now we come down here to see. Hang on. If so, is this actually a carrier force, which is step C? If so, and if it had full air strength, how big would the raid be? If the force is not a full strength, by how much should the raid be reduced? Okay. Yeah, let's just go through the steps, Grant. So C, is this in fact a carrier force? If the Japanese force is already known to be a carrier force, skip to step D. Well, surely that's the case this time, because it is a level 2, 1 to 2 series. So yes, we're skipping to D this time. So is it a level 1 to 2 force that hang on, this isn't questions, it's telling you level 1 to 2 force have a known air strength, which is the sum of all their points of Butai display, including lost and unavailable. If there are no air points to display, the strength is unknown. Yeah. So that's just telling you what they are. So we are, in that case, but we are unknown strength. So then we go to E, which is 1 to 2 with known strength. That's not what we want. We want 1 to 2 with unknown air strength. So card 2 back. And then cross-reference the force type with a die roll. This table is used only in the full battle scenarios. Right. Okay. Card 2 back. Unknown air strength. There's the one in the middle. Okay, no modifiers. It's a level 2. Well, 1 to 2, did I say? Let me just double check. That's it, yeah. It's a 1 to 2. There's Butai 2 in it. Yeah, so level 2 and a 1 to 2. So we're going to roll there. No modifiers. 2. That's good then, I think, for us. That means it's going to be quite small, I think. So die rolls 2. Cross-reference to there. It's going to be a strength of 4 again. I think that's what the last one had. So maybe just as well, because there's too many of them coming at us now. I can't find my 2A raid marker. Why is that? I've got 1A and 1B out there, and I've got 3A, because that's coming from Butai 3. Maybe have a look on the foreground. I'm not finding that. I've got 4A, I've got 3B, I've got 2B, I can't find 2A. Right, give me a sec. I did find it. It was just sitting in amongst some bunch of counters that are lying on the table here. Right, so 2A, and this is going to be 4 strength. So, yeah, we need to know where it's going to go. So we need, was it not, that's that same table? No, it's not. It's the one that, the range, isn't it? Intercept range table. So it's this. No modifiers on this either. So I think the higher the better for us here. 8, good, I'll take that. So 8 is going to be at range 4. So raid 2A at range 4, coming from Butai 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Yeah, probably that one. I don't think it makes too much odds again, does it? Yeah, it does say there, in case of ambiguity, prefer a hex containing no US aircraft. Not that it matters with that strike, because we couldn't do anything to that, but I think that's fine. That is 4 away. Okay, so and then we need 4 naval air points. Yeah, I've got 2 2s there. Okay. Right, 4 naval air points for raid, and this is 2A. I've got to think that they made a mistake with these then, when they printed, and surely there should be 2A and 2B. Unless it was a change and they didn't change it at the time or something. Right, so that's 4 points. We don't know if they're attack or fighters. So that's that, I think. Yeah, that's him launched his raid. So now he's going to check for movement. Now remember, he has launched the raid now. So we need to look. So let me zoom right out. As we need to check that. So how far away is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's going to move 1 back, I think. Because he's a carrier force which has launched a strike. And he is 8 or fewer hexes distant. So he's going to move 1 hex further away. Okay, and then when he moves further away, he's wanting to pick the easternmost. So, well, that's 7 away. So that's going to be 8 away. Will that be 8 away as well? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so between these two, let me just move that just now. Between these two, and this one's more eastern. So that's where he's going to go, because that would only be 7 away as well. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Yeah, that's where he was. So that's the one he's going to go, He's still spotted. And remember, our shadowing submarine moves with him. Okay, so now he's 8 hexes away. Okay, good stuff. That is Butai 2 done its thing. Think commitment. No. Nothing's changed. Ooh, has it? No, nothing's changed there, I think. I want to say because he's a level 2, he's got a commitment level. And it doesn't matter about air strength. Is that right? Well, there's the 3 times that it's adjusted. A new Japanese carrier force is revealed in play, either in search or air raid. No. The known air strength of an existing level 1 force increases. Right, okay. And then the other one is a Japanese carrier force increases to a higher level. Right, they're the 3 times. That's fine. None of that happened. If he'd been a level 1, we would have had an increased air raid, and then that might have changed the commitment. Okay, I'm going to have to go and pause there. Yeah. It's only 33 minutes, so I'll just go and pause just now, and then we'll come back with the last 2 chits. Yeah, we've still got to draw 2 more chits. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Cheers. Right, back to finish this 4th phase, and which will conclude the 3rd turn of the game. I've just been on positive. I've been away for quite a bit, to be honest. I actually just stopped the video there just in case, because after having that glitch the other day, I thought I'll just stop that and then make sure it's okay, and it looks like it's fine. Okay, so the 4th phase, yeah, well, no, we've got 2 more chits to draw. I've drawn 2, we've got 2 more left in the cup, so let's go. Well, I know one's the Guam, I've not had the Guam yet, so let's see what we get. And it is indeed that. Now, so we do have this intercept mission over Guam. So let me just go and remind myself again what happens here. Right, so we do just check here first again, don't we? So it's only 4 hexes, we're not moved away, have we? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is, we're on the 8-10 turn, it's a -1, but it's only 4 hexes away, so that's going to be a +1 in total. Hold on though. We've got this, haven't we? -2 air raid from Guam, US fighters and Hex, which we do have. Yeah. So so -1 and -2 for that. -3 plus 2, so it's still a -1 we're rolling on here. -1. That's just going to miss, isn't it? 5 -1's 4, needed a 5. So no Guam air raid attack. That's, I think I'm happy about. I mean, it does mean I've moved that across there, but then that stopped the raid, that being there, because that we wouldn't have had that -2. So, how was he doing for fuel anyway? 6, he's got 7 fuel left. That's fine. Well, that's a Guam chip, so that's it, I think. Nothing else is going to matter. Yeah, it's not going to launch a raid, so that goes away. And then we've got the final chip to draw, which is Force B, Force Bravo. Where be Force Bravo? I'm not seeing it. Was there something here? No, that's just the marker, isn't it? Don't tell me I've taken that out as well. No, it should be here. There it is. So this is a small force, a level 1 small, and it is spotted. So yeah, what happens here then? Because that is not, well, actually it might still have carriers. Because I think if you look at, actually no, you know what? I think the small one does not have a chance. Oh no, it does. It's the surface ones that don't. If you look at that, and the reason I'm saying does it have a chance, also I'm realising that we would eventually level it up to level 2, and it could, I mean, okay, it's a row of a 10, get 1 to 2 carriers. So it does still have the potential. So I think if we look under row 10, if this were a carrier force, would it attack? And then, yeah, is it a carrier force? No. Is it a level 0 force or level 1 small, medium, large force? It is. It's a level 1 small. So, and it's just the surface forces that are never eligible to launch a raid. Okay. Right, well, we're going to have to check for the range roll again, aren't we? So, well, B's quite close as well, isn't it? So there, he's in that hit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's in 7. I want to say that's just going to be the -1 for the turn time, isn't it? -1 there. Nothing there. Right, sorry, I'm back. I was on pause there for a good while again. I got dragged away. A couple of things I wanted to talk about that I'd seen. I got a few comments on my YouTube videos from somebody. It's somebody that doesn't have a name, MX something 500 or something. Anyway, he's made a few comments, but there's one that, well, a couple of them that were quite interesting, but one that got me. It's funny though, I thought about it before I seen these comment, and you maybe saying, yeah, of course you did, Grant. But no, I did. It kind of clicked with me, and then I thought, I should have thought about this. Let's get this dealt with where we are just now, though. We're, yeah, we're wanting to see if this. I've not rolled for this, have I? Yeah, it was an online place to stop. I'm guessing because this chart is still out. No, hold on. Was a roll? Yeah, no, he is. No, I've got the air raid out, Grant. I've got the air raid out. It's 2A. Yeah, and I've got the strength up there. I'm missing something else. Sorry, it's Force B. That was Butai 2. That was the last one we dealt with. In fact, we've had the Guam chat in between. Yeah, that's what happens when you leave things just like that. Force B is here. yeah, so we've not launched a raid with him. So I think that's what we're checking. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. Yeah, so he's going to get just the -1 as well, isn't he? -1 for the game turn. He's 7 hexes away, so nothing there. So yeah, -1 modifier. I feel like that's where I'm at. Right, we'll go for it. 5 -1, 4. That's going to be a no as well. Just that, the last 2 die rolls have been really close and just missed out. So no attack for him either, which is good. Right, hold on. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I was to do that first. I'm remembering now. This is a small force, isn't it? I'll tell you something else though, and I'm going to have to get on top of this one because I seem to be forgetting about it all the time. When these forces are activated, Grant, and it tells you in the, I mean, to be honest, I wish it told you right away as soon as they're activated. We reduce the detection status, 8.14. And that's as soon as you activate them. Okay, so I think I've skipped by some. You are going to have to get on top of that. So we activated Butai 2 recently. So he is here. So his status would have been reduced from spotted to located. I should probably just leave some of these out, Grant. Yeah, rather than put them away again. So he's now located rather than spotted. He's still being shadowed. We got away with that. Now, this force B. Now, I'm keeping that die roll though, for sure. I think I was to roll on that first though, because he is an L1 small. So he's now located as well. Now, wasn't there anybody else that I missed? That's that. Just looking back, Force E, I'm seeing was activated. It is over here. It's got nothing on it anyway. That was the last one to be activated in Phase 3. We had Butai 3, Force A, Force J, and Force E. Butai 3. Yeah, I want to say he's dropped as well. I think he was spotted as well. Force J, A, and E. J and A are down the bottom here. They've got nothing on them. And then E's got nothing on it as well. I'm pretty sure that was spotted and it's now been knocked down to located. I shouldn't need to go any further back than that. That was back into Phase 3. I suppose I could have a glance at the previous video for that one just to be sure, just in case. I'll maybe just have a quick look at that first. Hang on. Yeah, okay, it was indeed spotted, now located. In fact, I think he was one of the ones that that I realised I had to create a Butai and forgot about it. So that's another thing. I need to keep on top of them. Whenever I activate something, you've got to reduce its detection status. Okay, so I've done that now with Force B. He's down to located. We've rolled and he's not going to carry out a raid. But should I have been rolling on that? That was a question. Well, he was a level 0. No, sorry, he's a level 1 small force. So yeah, we should have been doing that. We should have been rolling for it. And then where it would have took us from there, it takes us through a different. I think it takes us through a different chip draw or something like that. Anyway, we didn't get the result for to launch it, so that's fine. So now he is. Yeah, so he's not a Butai. That's only when that's the thing, when a Japanese force either reaches level 2 with carriers or is level 1 and has air points. So Butai 1 and 2 are level 2s. And Butai 3 is a level 1, but he's got air points. That's it. Okay. So none of the other ones will turn into Butais yet. Right, so now the only thing left to do is move Force B. And just because he's just going to be moving under mission movement then. Yeah, because there's only our carrier task groups that check that other bit. And they've got to have launched the strike as well. Yeah, so, okay, so he's just mission movement. We rolled a 7. So, a 7 is he's going to go to the east. So he's going to move into hex 0707. And that'll be that. Okay, that's the last force, isn't it? It is indeed. Right, I can move that dice away now as well. Okay, a quick look at what I wanted to point out, that the comment that was made. Yeah, and it was in regards to the question that, was it Eric had asked? Eric, I think. And I chose to have a go at answering that. And he was asking about this. I think I just talked about it again recently, didn't I? Well, I've been maybe a little bit critical of this. Although, don't get me wrong, I think even the designer did say apologise for the confusion. Because if so, skip the rest of the procedure. Kind of leaves you a bit sort of... But I did start thinking about it. And fun enough, this comment on YouTube said that when he looks at this, he considering it with rule 8 point... I'll find it now. 8 point... Oh god, where am I? I'm getting lost now. Yeah, 8.341. There it is. And this was his comment on my YouTube channel. So it must have been when I was talking about it. Because when it happened to me, I did not remove the force. And I did not discard the false contact. But however, if you're detecting... If you detect through AR search, then... And you draw a chit, and if the result is a false contact, you remove the force on the map and discard the false contact. And like he said that's how he looked at it. However, he was starting to doubt the fact because this is just an air search, whereas that's a submarine. However, no, you're spot on, that's what you do. Well, the designer confirmed that, yeah, it would do that. And I never... Afterwards, it never quite clicked about, like, it's the same as that. Well, it is the same as that. I think some extra information required, maybe just pointing you to this rule, from that submarine bit. Say, if you draw a false contact, ignore the rest of this procedure, but carry out this, so that you know what to do, you know to remove the force and discard the false contact chip. But anyway, that was good to be pointed out, but I think that might be something else. Can't recall what it is now. It might come at me though. Right, moving on then. So that has us completed all the sequence chats, resolve their raids, and reduce detection status. That's in there. So try and stay switched on to that one, Grant. So now we're going into the US air movement segment, and we're going to move all air missions and adjust fuel markers. Right, so what are we going to do here? Well, our strikes are straightforward, aren't they? So I'd set this one towards here, hadn't I? See, my worry is that... Because... Yeah, he can only reduce his status once per turn though, can't he? His detection status. Whereas I will get to move 4 times towards him. Yeah. 4 in each phase. Yeah. Okay, so airstrike 7 is going to just move 1. And I'm going to reduce his fuel to 10. Yeah. And then airstrike 8, he's heading towards Butai 1, isn't he? I think so. I mean, it says you can alter your course to a better target if you wish. So, as long as I'm heading for something that's illegal, because the problem with this one is he's down to Just a question mark. I need to spot this guy again. But I'm going to have to look into it and find out what happens if we get to here and then he disappears. It becomes undetected. What do we do then? There must be, and again, I think I said that, there must be something in the rules that guides you through that part. Can I just go for another target that's around, maybe? Anyway, Airstrike A is going to move 1 as well. And spend 1 fuel. He's down to 11. So that's our 2 airstrikes. So, yeah, and I think intercept mission 1 is going to just go into the hex and land. So I maybe should sort of tilt these to say that I've moved them. So you can see if I got drawn away just right now, I'd maybe not know. So intercept mission 1 has moved into the hex. So yeah, so that's him dropped down to 0 fuel now. So he gets a critical fuel marker now. This one. And but it is on the 0 space. So, and then I'm going to land him in this step. So he's only going to be at critical 1 because he's going to spend 1 more to land. So we're going to do that. Mission 6, I believe, is just going to stay put. And then 3 and 4. Well, here's the thing. What is in raid 1A? It's quite a lot, isn't it? It's 9, isn't it? I think we should get this cap mission out now. Yeah. So I'm going to move 4. Yeah, because they've got 4 and 5. They've got 7 fuel left, so it's not too bad. Right, I'm going to move 4 in. And 5. Am I going to be able to get another raid launched? Because this one's going to reach me as well next turn, isn't it? Yeah, it's getting a bit scary, isn't it? And that, we could have had more coming at us as well. So 4 and 5 have moved. So they drop from 7 to 6 fuel each. And, yeah, the cap mission. How do I just decide? I think I just move that now, don't I? Bring it onto the map and then set its fuel. Let me find how we do that again. There we go. No, is it? Hang on. Yeah, so a cap mission. Is launched. So a cap mission is placed on the map and receives a fuel marker in 2 cases. During the US air movement segment, a cap mission may be placed on the map in its task group's hex. The mission may then move normally in that same segment. The reason for placing the mission on the map in this way is to allow it to fly out and intercept incoming raids. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that then. So we're going to launch this cap mission. Now it's sitting on task group 50.3, so it's intercept mission 2. So that comes out onto the task force hex, and we've got to set its fuel. I'm just looking down here, it's showing it here that it's got to be, I don't even need the table, it's got it in the rulebook here. So I need a, well, out of 10, there it is there. So I'm getting that glare, so I'll come around a bit. Yeah, I've realised if I move closer to the lamp, obviously that stops the glare coming in. I should have known that was the case. So we're going to roll to see what fuel he gets. The higher the bet. Oh, I was almost on the 10 there. That's a 4. So it's only going to be 11, whereas you can see the 10 was giving me 14 fuel. So only 11 fuel, so that wasn't the best. Right, so, and this is his fuel marker, so it's down at 11, and these, no, they stay there, Grant, stay there. So that's air mission 2, so he's came out, and then when he comes out, I can move him as normal. So I could move him the 2 hexes, I think, in this case, because it's not that he's just launched, remember, he's been just lingering about there on a cap mission. So I can move him, so I'm going to move him in as well. And that'll cost the 1 point of fuel, taking him down to 10. And yeah, I think that's all our movement, isn't it? Yeah, we're leaving intercept 6 there, which is... Yeah, I do wonder if you should maybe just have 3 aircraft down there or something like that. Just to sort of mess with it, rather than... Have I got 5 or 6, I think? No, I think it's 5 I've got. Right, anyway, well, that's where it is, so we're just going to leave it there. Remember, we are about to go into the new turn, so I could draw the Guam chit right away, really, couldn't I? So that's air movement and adjust fuel. We don't get a search segment, so now we're in air operations. And do we want to launch? So... maybe not. Well, hold on, we've already landed. No, we're going to land. We're going to land intercept mission 1 as well. Yeah, and he's got 6 aircraft, so we need to make sure that we're not messing about with that possibly. I mean, yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fighters ready to go. But I could... I mean, I don't need to... Oh, yeah, no, maybe you do, Grant. I'm saying I don't need to launch them this turn, but I kind of do, don't I? Ooh. Yeah, if I launch them this turn, I get to move them 1, don't I? Well, why not just wait until... I think we maybe just wait until next turn with this, and then they're going to come in. I don't know. Right, okay, I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to launch anything. Service center ready. Well, it's all attack planes we've got. Yeah, another point I got made a comment from, I don't know his name, sorry, MX. Was, I don't know, maybe I should know his name, maybe he spoke to me before, but I don't recognise it anyway. He says we could launch airstrikes at Guam. I mean, it gets these planes up and away, you know. I'm saying that you could just launch a strike and go within 2 hexes of the actual force, just stay within 2 hexes as well, I suppose, and then land, and then I suppose that would clear your decks, you know. Which is something to think about for sure. I mean, do we want to consider another strike mission going out though? This is where the balance is. I've got 2 strike missions going out. Should I be try to do something else? You know, maybe. You know, we've got this small target up here that's located. We've got this down here. It's a wee bit further away, I think. But I mean, this one's only within 6 hexes now because he moved one closer actually. So I mean, maybe I should launch something towards that. As located, but we've got 2 spotting planes going up there, so there's a good chance we might get that upgraded. Well, say there's a good chance. I think I want to say I need to roll an S again, wouldn't I? So I mean, I could. Well, actually, hang on. No, I've not got any attack planes up ready. So I chose not to do that. So I actually can't really launch a strike because it's only attack planes I've got ready. Okay, scrap that idea then. Well, maybe this is a time to think about getting them ready, Grant. Yeah, let's... now where we're gonna land these planes though? Yeah, so I'm thinking I could move all these up. Right, well, servicing to ready. So this is servicing. So how about I do put these up? That then means I can't land anything here because we're at our limit of 2 there, aren't we? Yeah, well, it says flight deck limit 3. So launch or land, not both, 2. So in actual fact, I think I can land one there then, can't I? Because that would be 3. But I would only be able to land 1. And I could only land 1 here. Yeah. Well, this guy might move though first. And then you'd be able to land 2 there. Right. Okay, I think I will move these up then this time. And we'll launch a strike next time. But will we? Will we? Because I think I'm going to need yeah, let's hold that thought. I think I'm going to need another intercept mission ready. Yeah, this is a bit I'm really struggling to deal with, I think. Just strategy-wise about what to do here. I love the idea of it. I love the way it works. I'm just not sure how to do it. You know, what I should be doing right now. Because I can't just keep fending off their air raids. I need to send out my own air raids, air strikes. But then you've got to balance between it, like I've said. So if I did launch an air strike, what about you just took 2 F6s though, Grant? Yeah, but no. If I took 2, I would be left with 3. Well, this isn't good enough for a strike, really, is it? Sorry, an intercept. I mean, it's all right, but problem is these planes that are going to land. Well, mind you, we've got a bunch there as well, didn't we? I've got 4 in there, but they're only going to get up to the hangar just now. So it's going to be hangar this time, servicing next time, and then yes, yeah, you're way behind schedule, aren't you? Well, you've got to decide if you want. Yeah, I think I need the F6s to try and fend off these raids. I mean, you might think, well, you not got enough out there, Grant. But remember, 7 and 8, they're strikes. 1 up there is about to land, so I've only got 2, and 6 is down at Guam. So there's only like 2, 4, and 5, and they've got 2's the cap one. So I've got 4, 8. That's only 11. Yeah, I think I do need to launch. Would you not have been better? You're not better doing that this turn then. I'm launching these. Well, I said that I can leave it till next turn, but is that not? I think it'll save me a point of fuel. Yeah, okay. Let's just leave it, and I'm not going to move things up to the flight deck though, because I don't think there's a point unless I was wanting to create a strike mission, which I don't think I want to do. So, raise service center ready. Well, that's where we're at. Sorry. So I'm not going to do any of that. No. So then hangar 2 from servicing. So hangar going up to servicing or servicing coming back to hangar. I think. Well, no, I don't need to do that there. These can take, what is it, 8 they can have total in the hangar, huh? So I mean, I can wait till next turn and drop them back. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that either. So, and then lower flight deck to hangar. So we're going to do that for sure. So this one is another one there. So he's going to come up into the hangar. These are going to come up. Like I say, I'm not able to move them into there. Oh, wait, Grant. You've got a limit to that, haven't you? That's... No. No, there's not a limit. Servicing to hangar. Hangar to servicing. Hangar... Right, hang on. What bit am I here? I'm talking about moving these up into there. Wait, before I do that, I think I do want to drop these down, don't I? Because moving from servicing to hangar or hangar to servicing, I've only got a limit of 2. So if I put these up here now and leave these here, I won't be able to switch these out and put these back in. Yeah. I need to bring these back. So I'm doing servicing to hangar for these 2. And I had a limit of 2 with them, so I'm jumping back a step there. And is there anyone else that we need that to happen? I moved this guy up already, didn't I? Yeah, he was, yeah, that's fine. So there's this guy here. That's not so much an issue, because I can do 1 and 1. So that's fine. Okay, so that's all the service into hangar I need. Then I move these 2 into the hangar, because there's no limit there then, is there? The limit in the hangar is 8. So me going from flight deck, lower flight deck to hangar, 6.27. Lower flight. There is a lower end limit. Was that just what I'd done? Did I lower from servicing to hangar? Planes may be moved from landed to hangar or from ready to servicing. In each case, they're said to be lowered. Yeah, no. So moving from the service to hangar is not considered lowering. Yeah, and that just affects the servicing limit. Okay, that was fine then. So I was able to move them down from servicing to hangar, and I can move these 2 up. It's just that I need to do that now, because like I said, if I left them up there, I wouldn't be able to do 2 down and then 2 up. Whereas now I can move these 2 up. Right, and then these guys are going up in the hangar as well. And then this guy too, and I don't need to worry so much about this guy, because there's a space in there. There's 2, I can fit 2 in there. There's nothing else to come up from the flight deck. Right, that's fine. And then we're going to land. Yeah. So we're landing there, mission intercept 1. So that's this guy here. So that's going to come away. And we're going to take we're not going to take the fuel marker yet, because there's things to do here, isn't there? So I need to check each and every one of these for a safe landing. So let's put intercept mission 1, we'll just put it on the map there. Yeah, so it cost me an extra fuel to do that, and that takes me to fuel critical 1. Right, so then we need to check for safe return, and it's right here, so let's have a look at that. Right, so we've not really looked at this before, so let's have a little glance. 4.451, when an air mission that is fuel critical lands, just looking up top there, just an air unit which is in a fuel critical state suffers the following effects. Yeah, see, the first time I read this bit I thought, what, it cost me 2 fuel instead of 1. That's not what it's saying, is it? The unit can move at most 1 hex per segment. Oh, well, there's one to remember. So you can't move 2 hexes when you're fuel critical. Each hex move costs 1 more fuel point, moving the marker 1 place higher on the track. I think when I first read that, I thought it was costing 1 more than normal, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it means. It just means it costs 1 fuel point and then you move the marker up. The unit suffers adverse modifiers in air-to-air combat, and that's why I decided not to keep him around, both when he fires and when he's fired upon. And then this one, the unit may crash and land him, which we're just about to look at. And if he ever reaches fuel critical 7, he's just eliminated. So here's the landing one. When an air mission that's fuel critical lands, you must check each aircraft for possible ditching or landing accidents. For each individual unit, roll 1 die and consult the safe return table, card 1 front. Add to the die roll the current value of the fuel critical marker. For example, if it's in the 5 box, then you add 5 to each die roll. The result will either be no effect or the loss of the unit. If the unit is unable to pay an additional fuel point for landing because of extreme fuel critical state, it suffers an extra +2. But we have paid our fuel point, so we're not getting that. So let's just look at the chart now. So there we are, safe return table. But because we're only at fuel critical 1, we should be okay here. I think as long as we can avoid rolling a 10. I want to say that's what I checked it out before. So modifiers, and this is for the first roll only, so that doesn't apply if you have to roll again. Okay. Are +1 because that's the amount of fuel we're over. We're at fuel critical 1. No dust, no night, and we did spend the 1 fuel point. So we're getting a +1 to each of these aircraft, right? So I'm just going to go along. There they are. Move them along a little bit. So we've got six rolls. So I'm just going to go left to right, obviously. And yeah, you can see that with a +1. In fact, are we not safe for that? Do we need to roll? If I roll a 10, +1 is going to be 11. Yeah, okay. I don't need to roll for these, do I? Did I not think I was going to be on +2 then? It must have been I thought I was going on +2. But I think I spent my fuel okay. I think I've done it right. So yeah, so if I roll a 10, we're only getting a +1. And that's the only modifier we're getting. So the most I can get is an 11, which is no effect. Right, okay, I don't need to roll on this then. Right, so we've just got to decide where we're going to land them then. I'm not so sure it matters that much, really. Maybe just task group 53 here. Because I can shimmy these all down. So, as I can only put... no, I can put 2 in here now, because I've moved that guy up. Yeah, and we can have 3 on the flight deck. It does say that flight deck limit is 3 for a CVE. Launcher land limit is 2, and we can't do both. So I think we can land 2 here then, and then we can land 2 here, and then 1 here, and 1 here. And that way, if we do that, once we move these all up, we'll drop these down first, move these up, and then that'll allow us to bypass, assuming that's where we want to go. But you can see it takes time to do that, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Right, well that's the US Air Operations segment done. Yeah, I was thinking that was us done, but you know what? I know the first part of this video was 33 minutes long. So I think I'll stop there. We're about to go into air-air combat, but I'm going to come straight back, but yeah, I mean, I suppose I could. Nah, I'll leave it, because that is an hour. I'll just copy this across. Plus, I'm that sort of wariness about the video issue with this app that I've had problems with. So I will leave it now. We're going to come back to the US interception segment. We're going to have air-air combat against Air Raid 1A, I think it is. I think that's all. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Cheers.